There is no war in Ba Sing Se. We have always been at war with East Asia. Lelucia never existed, and that federal agent was acting in self defense. At times, authors will put in the depiction of state violence and the propaganda needed in order to allow it to continue, and they do this so you can understand what it looks like in our day to day lives. But what's different about the fictional retellings that I was listing off earlier is that in those worlds, they don't have 4K Ultra HD cameras peering at the situation like it's a windmill dunk from LeBron. My criticality of the One Piece Marines is not entirely born from the idea that I think the Marines are the bad guys. It's the idea that you should be able to recognize state violence. You should be able to recognize when there are no repercussions for emitting state violence. And the idea that people get to keep their positions and then are defended by the state after perpetrating that violence, and it happens in our own world. This is not just a conversation about One Piece. This is the idea that it is easy to recognize in a fictional world where people will wear a badge, will carry out heinous acts, and then get away with it fucking scot free while their government full on defends them because it's what their government wants. All Marines are evil is indicative of all cops are bastards because not a single police officer is going to do jack shit about what happened in Minnesota. None of the people that are enlisted with that individual are going to do jack shit about him wasting a woman for zero fucking reason. Just in the same way that the Marines in One Piece do fuck all when their enlisted individuals who they serve with commit heinous acts of violence and they refuse to go against their own government. If you cannot find it within yourself to see past the idea of that person might have some goodwill within them and not understand the fact that they are complicit in the crimes that happen against normal fucking people, then you are so lost in the sauce of accepting state violence that you need to get your fucking head so far out of your ass. You are a bootlicking passive member of society who will accept the violence until it shows up at your door because it never stops. It never ends. That's why the adamant defense is always there. If you want to have elections again, if you want to have the ability to freely roam, if you want to have family members who aren't constantly under the state of surveillance, you have to fucking care. You have to care just a little fucking bit about this kind of stuff. At best, it's cowardly to accept this. At worst, it is admiration.